So I didn't know that I apparently accidentally chose violence when I happened to make an off-the-cuff remark about my husband showing me older movies, and I've done a lot of reviews over the time talking about different movies and shows and stuff, and one of the latest ones he forced me to watch was The Princess Bride. And I made the comment that the movie was kind of cringe and wasn't really for me. It was kind of a bad movie. It had very nice moments. It had the characters that I liked, the giant and the sword guy, the end of the movie, and the only part of it I think I'm gonna remember is this badass moment with the sword guy. What's his name again? Inigo Montoya. And he's fighting the guy. He's already like super injured. And then he uses like his last bit of his soul to keep repeating.
Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Bro, that part is so freaking scary. And I'm wondering if the scene from Game of Thrones with Martell, if they got inspiration from that movie.
You murdered her. You killed her children. Say it now and we can make this quick. You killed her children!
Stop saying that!
Hello! My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die! No!
That part was badass. I did like that, and I will remember that. But I'm sorry. The rest of the movie, the majority of it for me, aside from the part where this wholesome interaction with the sword guy with the giant, or basically anybody else that he meets, and the giant himself, didn't really sell me. This villain was annoying. The princess was freaking annoying. She's really cute, but she was so damn annoying. The main character's annoying. It was 5 years after he left, and he's mad at her for moving on, even though she was taken against her will. The comedy is not my kind of comedy. If you're gonna get a stuntman, make sure he doesn't have facial hair while the other guy is smooth. That was pretty obvious to me. She notices that her prince, who she hasn't seen for a long time, and she recognizes it's him only after he says a particular phrase, but does not recognize his fucking voice.
Dumbass.
And the structure of his jaw. What does he have? Superman powers that he can be gone in disguise? And even though she's been with him and he's her true love, she cannot recognize his voice or his walk, or when she's close up, she's talking about his eyes. You cannot recognize his eyes and his smile. None of that, really. And then when she finally decides to recognize that's him, because he says that one word, as you wish, which means I love you, all of a sudden she's like, oh my God, really? And the meetup, the whole thing with her, maybe it was just acting back then or something, but she didn't seem all that happy to see him. They go inside the little fire forest place. This thing jumps on top of him, and, you know, the thing's back is to you, and you see that your true love is having a lot of hardship fighting this thing. And I'm expecting she's gonna take a big stick, like any woman would do if her man is in danger, if she's that in love with him, not wanting him to die again, and she just stands there. I'm so fucking sorry. I know that people are gonna get mad at me for this, but that kind of pissed me off. It was so annoying. It was so badly written, and I'm really confused as to whether or not this is supposed to be a fantasy, romance, or comedy, because the way my husband sold it when he told me about it, it's like, oh, it's kind of like a comedy, kind of like something else he made me watch, and they were not even in the same realm. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm allowed to have opinions, but people got super mad. Oh yeah, now she picks up the stick. People got super mad at me daring to have an opinion and saying that I just did not like it. And that's fine to be upset that I didn't like it, but the level of despondence and malice people had because I didn't like this freaking cringe ass movie is just hilarious to me. I mean, most of the other movies that my husband showed me, Batteries Not Included, Revenge of the Nerds. Oh my gosh. Yes, the music is ass, but it was a good movie. I believed it was a good movie. The characters were beautiful. The writing was decent. It wasn't the best movie ever, but that was a way more lovable movie. I liked all those other movies. The freaking Christmas Carol movie he made me watch, loved that movie. And most of the time, I am going into the stuff completely blind. He made me watch Office Space. I did like Office Space until the ending. The ending was annoying. I did not like the ending, and it felt like a waste of time to me. And for me personally, it was kind of forgettable because all of that, the dude went through all of that only for at the ending, there's no payoff whatsoever. None, at least not for me. So with this, it kind of felt very forgettable. I also didn't like that they were telling a story and it kept on cutting back to the son, the grandson and the grandfather. That's fine, I guess, but I guess I'm just so sick and tired of that kind of storytelling that whenever I see it, it's like I'm trying to get immersed in these characters and then it keeps getting cut back. Oh, wait, Grandpa, but what about this? And I'm just like, dude, let me watch the fucking movie. Like, stop. It breaks my whole immersion. So, yes, that's what I didn't like about it. Doesn't mean that the movie was just horrible throughout. Maybe not, but me personally, I didn't like it. It was a bad movie for me. You can still have things that you appreciate in the movie and still walk away saying, not really a fan of this one. This one missed the mark for me. And that's okay. And the reason I'm talking about it is because people are so freaking hypocritical. Whenever I hate on things that they don't like, that I happen to not like too, that's completely okay. If I happen to like something that they don't like, I don't give them shit for it. They're just like, do you, sis? But when I finally misalign with someone and don't particularly care for something that other people apparently, quote unquote, universally like, I get flamed for it, which is like, hypocrite much? People follow me because they want me to be honest about how I feel about something. And sometimes that's going to involve me not necessarily liking the things you like. I've met about a couple of people that did not like Jurassic Park and I was floored. I was like, really? I didn't get mad at them and been like, yo, we can't be friends anymore. I don't want to listen to anything else you have to say because you don't like Jurassic Park. You know what I do? The adult thing. I asked them, what didn't you like about it? What particularly about the movie did you not like? They would say something along the lines of, oh, I personally didn't like it because dinosaurs are not my thing. I didn't like the writing in this specific thing that just fell apart for me or whatever. And I said, oh, okay, that's cool to meet someone with a different perspective because not everyone has to like the fucking same thing. That being said, me not liking Princess Bride out of the host of other movies that I like is not going to result in you suddenly not liking it or it flying out of your memory. You can still like it. You can still believe it's a good movie. And here's the thing. If this movie is so universally loved and it's such a universally good movie as everyone keeps saying, then why should it matter what me, the 0.000003% feels about it, especially if it's a different perspective than everybody else's? I don't think that's going to really do anything to hurt the movie, in my opinion. Another example of such situations where I went back and I watched the old movie or the original Willow, because I guess I had to before I did a review on the show, and this was a decent movie. I actually liked it. Did not like the TV show. The TV show was ass. I don't know what they were smoking, but it was terrible. And I'm sure there are people who are gonna like the TV show, and you know what? I'm happy for them. Their level of excitement for their show has no bearing on whether or not I like it or not, or the rest of us do.